glad to have you join us on today's edition of Marketing Edge on TV, Nigeria's first and leading program on the business of brand management and the management of brand business. I am Tolu Ajayi. You're welcome.
The Nigerian marketing and advertising industry no doubt offer a huge potential for prospective investors and professionals with requisite skills and competencies to tap into the market. Marketing Edge on TV is a potpourri of happenings and developments in the integrated marketing and communication space of the Nigerian economy. Watch out for top players, gladiators and professionals in the competitive business of brand management and management of brand business in Nigeria. From the cerebral and glamorous advertising professionals to the well-groomed marketing whiz-kid dictating and directing brand management business.
Welcome back. It's Marketing Edge on TV, an initiative designed at promoting the brand idea. Next is our brand and market news segment.
In a bid to drive relevance among wellness-conscious consumers and encourage healthy living, Nestle has unveiled its global Nestle for Healthier Kids initiative. The launch of the campaign coincides with United Nations International Day of Families, which comes up every May. The program, which includes the further development of healthy products and advice for families on nutrition and exercise, is aimed at helping 50 million children lead healthy lives by 2030. The Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has said that the digital switchover being undertaken by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, will make Nigeria the biggest digital television market in Africa. Osinbajo made the disclosure at the launch of the High Impact TV at the High Impact Planet Amusement Park and Resort in Bafo, Ogun State recently. He noted that the digital switchover would also positively impact the Nigerian film industry and contribute to the growth of the economy. The Experiential Marketers Association of Nigeria, XMAN, is set to launch an initiative tagged Somewhere in Nigeria. The initiative is aimed at showcasing new talents across the country. President of the association, Kehinde Salami, said the initiative would allow XMAN to show Nigerians the world at large as new talents are being discovered on a daily basis. Salami, who also doubles as the managing director of Ideas House Limited, said this during an interview section in his office at Magodo, Lagos. The Alphabet Media Academy has been launched to provide adequate training for practitioners in the integrated marketing communications industry and bridge the dearth of manpower in the sector. The academic has also partnered with the Media Independent Practitioners Association of Nigeria, MIPAN, whose various agencies could absorb the students for internship and possibly job placement. Chief Executive Officer Ama Eki Azuve stressed that the academy was set up to saturate the industry with qualitative personnel that could deliver great jobs to their clients. Leading carbonated soft drink producer Coca-Cola has topped the carbonated drink markets in Nigeria in 2017. According to a recent report released by Euromonitor International in March, Coca-Cola occupied the leading position in the segment due to its spread of production plants across the country. The report added that Coca-Cola's vast distribution network, coupled with its one-on-one relationship with its numerous retailers, helped the company to be ahead of its competitors. MultiChoice leading pay TV and content platform, is set to pick a new agency handler for its lucrative media account. This follows a long and intense pitch process, which was held few months ago, and results due to be announced soon. 3 leading agencies made the final shortlisted. They are PhD Nigeria, Visium Nigeria, and All Season Media. Do you know that Unilever Nigeria PLC is the fastest growing business in the Unilever world? This revelation was made recently in Lagos by the Managing Director of Unilever Nigeria, Yor Nasako, during an interaction with the media. He told journalists that Unilever Nigeria contributes about 2 to 3% to the growth of the Unilever global operation.
Welcome back. African consumer mindset has been demystified with the launch of The Villager by Seyi Olubodun, a book that seeks to play a big role in impacting brand perception in Nigeria. The presentation of the book was held recently in Lagos.
Keynote speaker and chairman, Diamond Bank, Professor Chris Ogbeche, captured its essence when he said culture has a big role in impacting brands, as branding is not just a name, logo, or picture, but all about experience.
But there's evidence to suggest that with digital communication and with more people than ever traveling all over the world, if you doubt it, when you go to Murtala Mohammed Airport this evening, you'll be shocked that the airport is full. All the aircrafts leaving Nigeria full. And in Nigeria, you know, Nigeria is the only country where the aircrafts fill up from the front. Other parts of the world, they fill up from the rear. You know what that means? The front, first class, business class, before you look at economy, and what's the next one? One that's very close to the toilets. If they have any name. And because they travel a lot, you find that culture is also being exported. One of the most interesting exports in American culture is the jeans culture. Everywhere in the world, you have the blue jeans. But there are certain products that what I call culture bound. We cannot play with those. But there are some that have global appeal. And because technology is that. Look at computers. You lost this culture. All the food. The Chinese have succeeded in making Chinese food one of their biggest exports.
Ogbeche says the book will provide an invigorating effect for all kinds and levels of individuals and those who aim at placing Africa in a modern, dynamic global world.
Think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Those of us who went to night school learned this. Because this actually can influence marketing in terms of value proposition and communication. And when I say Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the lowest end of it is what? Pyramid. As you move up, you start talking about brain needs. You have a food product that you are marketing to the lower end, those who are thinking of daily needs. You are not going to start talking to them about aesthetic values. You are going to talk with them how that will fill their stomach, give them enough energy, and probably call it 6 to 6. So once they eat it in the morning, they have a food until the evening. When you are talking to those who are looking at belly needs, you are not talking about filling their stomach, but how they will look healthy, how it will affect their complexion, how they look more beautiful, and the rest of them. So you see, the same foods that you might be talking to, trying to address different people because of their hierarchy of needs, you look at it from a different perspective.
Oluwakamu, while reviewing the book, says, described as very interesting and one that poses as a psychological perspective on the behavior of the African consumer.
The one thing that the cosmopolitan African consumer who is digital savvy, either as a digital immigrant or as a digital native, desires is to experience village life again. This he can experience online, where he can be a member of a digital village. Unlike the physical village, this digital village is not defined by physical boundaries and ethnicities. It's defined by mutual interests, shared aspirations, and often by shared cultural understandings and spirit.
Fei Olubodun, who further described himself as a villager, said African culture has some real values that need to be owned and understood when it comes to building plans and dreams.
I thought that is very profound, and that we Africans we have taken our village life into the concept of a modern trap, and we live it digitally.
Olubodun added that the book launch was motivated by his drive to add value and contribute to the industry, which would make a great impact in changing the economy. He further urged all marketing practitioners to do the same because there are lots of experiences to share to younger and present generation. Among those in attendance included Oluwakamu, Executive Director, Retail Banking, FCMB, Marketing Director, Nigerian Breweries PLC, Franco Maria Maggi, and many others.
Unlike the physical village, this digital village is not defined by personal boundaries and ethnicities.
Just to be provocative, as I am often, I do feel that when we're talking about African culture, one has to be very careful, because the way that we look at culture with a capital C, looking at our traditions and our beliefs, we have to ourselves be discerning even when we're thinking about our own culture. Culture should be dynamic and should evolve, but most importantly, culture should serve us. We should start thinking about what we now understand about science, what we understand about our bodies, about human psychology and physiology. So that's my take on that. Yes, we should be sophisticated.
Pepsi is an internationally recognized carbonated cola drink offering great taste and refreshment. It is one of the leading soft drinks in the world. Originally created and developed in 1893 and introduced as Brad's drink in New Bern, North Carolina, United States, and was renamed as Pepsi Cola on August 28, 1898, and then as Pepsi in 1961. The brand was launched when a young pharmacist named Caleb Branham was experimenting with combinations of spices, juices, and syrups to create a refreshing new drink. Today, PepsiCo is one of the largest beverage companies in the world with a huge range of popular products. Pepsi was introduced into Nigerian local market in 1992 and the Pepsi Light variant in 2006. The brand is produced in Nigeria by 7up Bottling Company PLC, one of the largest independent manufacturer and distributor of soft drinks in the country. Over the years, the brand has been known for great marketing campaigns, and those include some of the recent ones like Pepsi Long Throat. The brand said its unique marketing in 2017 gave it an edge over its competitors, citing the No Shaking Carry Go campaign. which was launched at the Lekki Toll Gate on 11 August 2017.
You're watching Marketing Edge on TV. Advertising professionals have lamented the delay in the composition of the statutory board of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, which they claim has been affecting the wholesome and ethical monitoring of advertising business in the country. But in her reaction, the acting registrar of the council, Ijedi Iyoha, though decried the vacuum, added that the regulatory agency has continued to play its role by regulating and enforcing rules of advertising practice in this exclusive interview.
I'm Ijedi Iyoha, Mrs. I work for the Advertising Practitioner Council of APCON, of Nigeria, APCON. Yes, for the last 3 months, I would say we started the year on a very low level, and that's because the year was just starting, coupled with the fact that the budget is yet to be approved. So business was a little bit low, but for a couple of weeks now, it has come up a little. And I know with time and with the passage of the budget, it will improve better than it is now. Yeah, if I'm to judge from the last election they had, I don't think it will be much different this time around. It will really improve advertising spend in the political sector, because so many of the political parties will want to be on air. They want to be on billboards, they want to be on the print media, and they won't have any option than to forward their materials for clearance and for exposure. So it's going to be a little bit better. Yes, a good number of them did, but some did not. Okay. Yeah, you cannot have 100% efficiency. Most of them actually did. Those that did not, it's either they are not aware or they just decided to flout the laws. But this time around, we are starting with a kind of political fora for most of them, for the stakeholders, political parties, the politicians themselves, INEC, and advertising industry as a whole, to let them know the importance of clearing their materials before exposure and why they should do that, so that we can safeguard the vulnerables in the society. We started with Katsina last year. Kano has indicated interest to partner with us, so before the end of this month, hopefully we should be there. We're also partnering with other state governments that are willing to do that for us, have the stakeholder within their zone, and get seasoned practitioners to talk to them.
Is this also part of
that? Is why we are. That is why, that is why we are having the stakeholders meeting with them, so that they know the importance of making use of professionals in the industry. We need to let them know that it is better for them to make use of professionals, use registered advertising practitioners and their agencies to do such. If they don't know, they can always go to the roadside people and get their materials done. If they send it to us for vetting, normally we don't approve such. Okay. We advise they should go and amend before we can give our approval. So that is the role of APCON in that area, making sure that our wholesome materials are not exposed to the public, especially with hate speeches. What we do here in APCON is that we ensure that such organizations are registered under the corporate license regime. Okay. If they are not, that's when we can come after them. If they have all their structures in place with registered practitioners there, then we allow them to practice, so long as they are doing the right thing.
Corporate license is registered through APCON or through corporate affairs?
Through APCON, if you want to practice advertising. Okay. With the permission of the corporate affairs, will not even license you if you are not a registered practitioner in the first place. So you must be a registered practitioner before corporate affairs can even give you license. Then if you want to go into advertising as a business, that's when you come and register under our corporate license regime.
You see, this is why the time APCON.
Yeah, LASA has their own areas of jurisdiction, while APCON has its own. We cannot interfere in LASA space, neither can they come into our own space. We are more interested in those practicing advertising. Are they really registered practitioners? the materials you are exposing, the communication, did you get clearance from APCON? I think those are our major areas of interest. For LASA, they give them the space to mount their billboards. LASA does not vet advertising. Their major problem has to do with you've not paid for this site and all that. And so if there's a conflict like that and it comes to our notice, we usually intervene. We have arbitrary committee that look into all those things. There's always been enforcement on those that flout APCON rules. Probably we are not making noise about it, but enforcement goes on every day. There's always been enforcement. Even this morning, the enforcement people, they've gone out for enforcement. So there's always enforcement going on. The issue of multiple regulation did not just start now. It's been on. The same government that gave them the power to regulate also gave us the power. And you know that we don't have a council for now. Until we have a constituted council in place, there's nothing much we can do right now than to pray we get a council and all these areas will be resolved. If they come, so long as they meet the criteria set out for them, they are being registered and they are making use of local content, they are making use of Nigerians there. I think we'll work well with them. Well, there are so many factors that can play. It's either the communication is not getting to the right persons, that could be one, or is either the economy is affecting the purchasing powers of the consumers. It could either be the products are not what the consumers needs. My little advice is that they should be more creative. They should think outside the box. They should do things differently from what others are doing. Because you can see like 4 or 5 commercials, they are virtually saying the same thing, the same models, the same art. So if they can do something different, I think the advertisers will renew their interest in them.
That was the acting registrar of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, APCON, Ijedi Iyoha, sharing our thoughts on the implication of not having a statutory composition of the board of APCON. And of course, that wraps today's edition of Marketing Edge on TV. It was nice doing business with you again today. I am Tolu Ajayi. Let's do it again next time. Bye for now.